Hi. I wanted to show you my Christmas tree, which is really crooked. You can't really tell that it's leaning, but it's leaning towards me. That's fine. This is gonna be a short little video. And when I say short, I mean really short. I'm pretty sure I've done this with all my videos. My sources are all in the description, and thank you so much for watching. My very short video on today is yet another essay that I've written, but this time it was for my abnormal psychology class, so maybe it's a little bit more interesting. Because I find abnormal psychology to be a little bit more interesting than developmental psychology, which was the focus of my last video. So for my abnormal psychology paper, I had to pick a disorder to write on, and I thought what better to write a paper on than antisocial personality disorder. A more well-known term is like psychopathy. A lot of people who have antisocial personality disorder are called psychopaths. Psychopath is not a clinically diagnosable disorder. It's more of an informal term, and it refers to people who have antisocial personality disorder, but it's really just like a set of personality traits that are associated with it. But that's important to note. A more accurate term would be a sociopath. Well, it starts by saying psychopathy is not a clinically diagnosable disorder. The term psychopath is most often applied to people with antisocial personality disorder. It affects about 2 to 3% of the population, although I found other sources saying it was like 0.3 to 0.5%. So traits most associated with ASPD, which I will use multiple times instead of saying antisocial personality disorder, because it shortens things. The traits most associated with ASPD are a lack of empathy or understanding for those around them, impulsivity, a disregard for theirs and others' safety, and a lack of remorse for their actions. People with ASPD often tend to be manipulative and aggressive, but that is not true for everyone with the disorder. ASPD traits can be recognized in early childhood, but the disorder requires a person to be at least 18 years or older to receive a diagnosis with the knowledge that they have experienced symptoms through adolescence. I think it's 80% of people with antisocial personality disorder display traits or symptoms at before the age of 1. Although there are many treatments, it cannot be cured and will be a lifelong condition. The disorder itself remains a mystery for many people, including many psychological professionals. It is not quite understood how people can lack a sense of empathy or remorse, but it is suspected to come from brain development, as do all other bodily functions, and social and environmental influences. Psychopathy is an informal term and is typically used as an insult or a serious accusation. While seemingly applying to certain people, it remains more of a set of personality traits associated with ASPD. Having ASPD does not make someone evil, nor does it make someone incapable of love or being loved. Many people with the disorder, while struggling, can learn to live relatively normal lives. It's unknown if there is a gene for ASPD, but some studies claim that certain genes may affect chemicals associated with positive feelings and emotions that can lead to destructive behaviors being associated with feelings of pleasure and happiness. Outside of genetic factors, people who had an abusive childhood are more likely to develop antisocial tendencies and behaviors. ASPD falls under Cluster B. Cluster B individuals are typically highly emotional and unpredictable. One other source I had said dramatic as well. Other personality disorders that fall under Cluster B include narcissistic personality disorder, histrionic personality disorder, and borderline personality disorder. Empathy is a very crucial skill for every individual to successfully interact with those around them. Like any skill, it must be studied and practiced. It is difficult and confusing when someone does not have an inherent proclivity to empathetic behaviors, and those people are often ostracized by society. While seemingly hopeless for many people struggling with ASPD, it is only so much more important to practice that skill. A lack of understanding of what is right and wrong is not equal to a lack of knowledge of what is right and wrong. Many successful people with ASPD report doing what is socially acceptable without feeling an inclination to do so or an understanding of why things are the way that they are. Having a disorder that limits the capabilities to emotional maturity and emotional intelligence can make someone's life significantly more difficult. However, it is crucial to understand that a diagnosis does not determine your fate or accurately predict all of your actions. To see yourself as a diagnosis rather than a person who is diagnosed would only be limiting yourself. To successfully live with ASPD, people should seek a psychological professional to help them learn how to treat and understand other people. Educating those around you about the disorder is also incredibly important to destigmatize the disorder altogether. An active effort should be made so that more people are accepting and understanding to people struggling with antisocial personality disorder and are able to support them and provide them with a healthy environment in which they will be more likely to accept help. Okay, that's my paper. I mentioned before I'm working on a video about the Black Death, which I am. I think I posted a discussion board about that like a week ago. I've still been working on that. I don't know how long it's going to take, and I really wanted to make a video before Christmas. I don't know if that video will come out before Christmas. Probably not. I don't know. Maybe. I don't remember if the last video I made was before or after my show, but I think it was before. So, since then, I had a show, a ballet performance. I might put pictures here. I don't know. You can follow my Instagram though. I have a public one now. I remember I promoted my Instagram account before, and I was like, haha, just kidding, it's private, please don't follow me. But I created a public one. Also, I need to put ornaments on my Christmas tree because I dragged it in here from the attic. It already had lights on it. I just haven't put any ornaments on it. For my setup, I'm on my bed. I have a pothos right here. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced pothos. I don't know if it's pothos or I call it pothos. I've had it for a couple of years. It's beautiful. It's hanging. And then I have my jellyfish wall, which has gotten smaller, but this whole section is supposed to be all jellyfish. If it's not, I've made a video on it before, but I'm pretty sure I took it down because I didn't like the video, because I wasn't scripted, and I don't typically do very well when I'm off script, because I'm bad at talking to people. How many piercings do I have? I think I have 6 piercings. It's gonna be the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the positive support oh my gosh. I greatly appreciate the recent support I've gotten. It means a lot to me, and I'm glad that people are enjoying my videos. Sometimes I'm just talking, sometimes I'm just chattering away on here. And I'll see you next time. That might be this year, might be next year, although that wouldn't be that big of a deal because it's December. Bye.